Welcome to the 26th virtual meetup. Today we will be having Yatender Sharma, who's VP of Engineering at Impact QA. Before the start, a huge shout out to Browser Stack, our exclusive sponsor for all our community events and premier sponsor for conferences. Folks, now I'll just call up on the stage our next speaker. Hi Yatendra, can you hear me?
Hey, Harun.
How are
Good afternoon.
you?
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Yeah, I'm good. Wonderful. Thank you so much for
I'm not
giving the
able to see
opportunity.
you. I think you're. Yeah, perfect. And now I can see you.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving the opportunity, and look forward for
Yeah,
this call.
perfect. Yatendra, you can share your screen and give us a brief intro about yourself, and then we are good to go.
I'm Yatender Sharma, having 20 plus years of experience into quality engineering. So around 15, 16 years, I've been to product companies, Alcatel-Lucent, Nokia, Amdocs, and all. And last 8, 9 years, I'm into services companies supporting multiple customers across the globe, North America, Middle East, Europe, and Asia Pacific. And my focus in last couple of years has been to help transition the testing organization for my customers, and then enabling the transfer from transition from legacy platforms to state of the art cloud microservices and automation solutions. And here I'm providing a small talk onto uh, improving test automation speed and resiliency with self-healing. So automation testing, we have been like doing automation testing for like 15, 20 years, if not earlier than that. I started my journey long back when we had this dump terminal Unix based the machines. And there also we are doing test automation by using Unix scripting and all. Later on, we are seeing a lot of transition wherein uh, automation is covering the UI, APIs, and even mobile automation. And from the time what we am hearing that automation will be the silver bullet which will solve the problem, which will give a lot of benefits in terms of cost optimization, and then executing all the test cases, a click of a button, and then probably uh, even developer can do the automation testing, and probably there is no need for uh, testing fraternity. But reality has been different. So what we have seen is that manual testing, for example, is taking maybe 1 week in execution of the test cases. And then we are getting stories that if we can automate, then probably 10 minutes all the test cases will be executed. And that way, probably we are saving a lot of time, like 1 week minus only 10 minutes we are doing this stuff. Now, so there's a kind of a left side graph is there wherein it shows that cost will be keep on increasing in if manual testing is happening. It's more of a ramping up kind of a graph. And the automation testing, if you implement it, though there will be something, uh, for example, initial cost will be there in automation testing, but over a period of time, it will keep on decreasing because we'll build the framework, we'll do the libraries built up, and then to automate script solution framework will take less time in execution in subsequent builds. Now, what is happening on actual front, and we'll talk in detail that why is it so, what are the reason and all. But in practical, what we have seen that actual figure is towards the right side, wherein uh, as we compare the manual testing cost and effort graph is increasing as a ramp up kind of a thing. But we also see that when we have implemented automation testing, then the cost and effort is not going down. Rather, when we are improving or increasing the number of scripts into our automation pack, we also see that effort being spent onto automation stuff is also increasing, although not aligned with the manual testing effort, but still it is increasing. It's not decreasing as we proposed or assumed earlier. The effort is in automation testing is also increasing over a period of time. For example, we do have the like two application with maybe 100 test cases each, and we keep on getting new features added on subsequent releases. And as the number of test cases in regression bank is increasing, as the number of scripts, automated scripts are increasing, and we keep on getting new features added, so this regression bank size is increasing. That is leading to automation scripts size also, or number also increasing, and in turn it is also increasing the overall effort for maintaining that entire initiative. So first myth is that automation testing will reduce the overall budget with respect to manual testing, but the reality is that automation testing also budget is increasing slightly higher, but definitely lower than the manual testing. So here, see, the actual benefit was quite high in the assumption side, but on to actual life, what we see, the cost benefit analysis, the benefit is there. Definitely, automation testing is better thing, but the benefits are lower than what was assumed earlier. So that's key thing here. um, Definitely, there are other benefit of automation testing apart from like cost, because it is helping us in enhancing the test coverage. So, for example, in manual testing, one person is executing maybe 25 test cases per day, and then that is the kind of a coverage you can achieve in a single day. But in automation testing, definitely, if everything is excuse me, if all the test cases are already scripted, framework is in place, definitely we can achieve maybe 100, or if we can execute in parallel, maybe 200, 500, 1000 test cases. So, which means that the kind of coverage we can achieve in automation testing is way beyond what manual testing per person can achieve. So that's definitely an advantage with the automation testing. And also it is faster because it is executed by machine. So number of test cases can be executed by machine faster than a human being. And if we can execute multiple machines in parallel, so definitely more test cases can be executed. Now it can also like multiply in benefit, like number of machines plus browser combination or OS combination can be executed with automation testing. So that's a like added benefit of automation testing. And also we can probably carve out small subset of automated script, and then can be done as a sanity testing in automated way, smoke testing in an automated way. Probably we can also provide these small subset of automation testing, and then probably integrate with CI/CD pipeline or code check-in thing. So whenever code is being checked in or compiled, that way also it can trigger the execution of the scenario, and that probably will achieve the shift left for a testing, and we can get the earlier feedback. So, of course, there is a benefit, but here we are talking mainly about the cost. So, cost and effort, right? So, assumption was that cost benefit will be too much when we'll be implementing automation testing, and actual thing is that cost benefit is there, definitely there, but is less than what was assumed at the beginning, right? Now, why is there difference? That we'll discuss, that why there is a difference of the cost benefit assumed and actual. That we'll discuss and do a deep dive there. So, automation testing, everything is good. There's a hidden enemy here, and the name of this enemy is maintenance. Uh, what we have seen in practical life, that for example, I do have a automated regression pack of uh, 1000 test cases, and when I execute, then probably 10 to 15% test cases are failing, and then I need to do a debugging, find out why these are failing, and then probably re-execute some of them, and then see that out of 10 to 15% failures, maybe uh, 80% of them again passing in the rerun, and then probably small scenarios are still failing. Now I'll have to go back and do the debugging to see that why these are still failing, and we'll come to know whether those are script issues, transient issues, network issues, or probably those are the real problem into the application, and that may lead to raising a defect. So, which means that for executing entire pack, I need to do a lot of effort in debugging, identification, analysis, and all, and that is causing or taking a lot of my time as a automation engineer. And if the number of regression bank, number of test script in the automation pack is keep on increasing over a period of time, this 10 to 15% so time consumption is also increasing. So when my pack becomes maybe 5,000 scenario, 10,000 test cases, or even more, then this 10 to 15% uh, failure rate is taking my couple of hours in a day, and my automation engineer 1 or 2 or 3 year their most of the time is going into either re-executing or debugging or identifying the real cause of the failure. And definitely some of them may lead to raising a defect into application, but a lot of time is also wasted, that why all the test cases could not be like uh, pass fail in a single go, and the script related issues probably could be minimized. Another issue what we saw practical life is that false positive and negative are there. So my script either passed, but actually it should not pass, or it failed when it should not fail. And we need to do re-execution of those scenarios to see that why it is happening. Maybe it's a script issue, maybe configuration issue, maybe data issue. So those challenges are also there, and that is also causing a lot of like consuming my time for debugging and all. There are other issues, for example flaky script issues. So something changed into DOM or UI, and then my script is not able to identify the object of web element onto the screen. So then again, it's a lot of thing. I'll say the test case failed, but then developers say that was a feature designed and then changed made as per the customer requirement and all, and a lot of discussions is happening, ultimately wasting time, not adding constructive outcome here. And there's a lot of churn in script, even if some of the things have been changed from the UI. I need to do changes into my script aligned with the new requirement, and then test it whether it's working, not working, and then probably update my regression pack from script perspective. Again, like taking a lot of time. And some of the scenarios also are the uh, are failing because of integration with third-party system, and or multiple interfaces with my API module or my middleware and all. And that is also causing multiple uh, issues. Now the thing is that these are the activities actually which is eating my time as an automation engineer, and all these effort actually is counted against the maintenance effort for test automation framework or the script. So if we do the categorization, one thing is that creation of framework, other thing is the scripting of the test cases, third thing is maintenance. And over a period of time, this maintenance effort keep on increasing, and this actually uh, is an enemy, because this effort was either not planned in advance, or the planning for this effort was very less, maybe 5% or 10% of time, but actually it is taking 20% to 30% of time of entire automation time frame. So this is actually an enemy, and at this moment we all are suffering from this challenge. Either we are using like open source solutions, like for example Selenium, APM, etc., or if you're using the license tools like Tricenters, UFT, Test Studio, and all. So all of us who are into automation testing, we are facing these kind of challenges. And in some of the companies also, I think because we are also providing testing services to our customers. So some of the customers are also like they don't have the confidence onto test automation. They say uh, that let's continue doing the manual testing, and that way they do have a lot of confidence onto those teams, that instead of doing automation testing and getting that only 80% of passing and 20% of failing, and let's re-execute those 20% in a manual way to provide a comprehensive quality view. And they are focusing, though those are like less number as compared to the broader industry, but those companies are still there, wherein their management says that keep on doing manual testing. We do have more confidence not to manual testing because a lot of maintenance things is not there. So interesting data, interesting feedback. But yeah, it's a reality that yeah, maintenance efforts are there, and we need to think about how can we reduce these maintenance efforts. So I'll discuss that what we have done to reduce this maintenance effort in multiple ways. Okay, so here in this slide, we'll be talking about the root cause of maintenance efforts. So when we do the analysis for these maintenance issues, we find that these there are, some of the scripts are like very fragile. The fragile has been like very common words nowadays, and especially used for Selenium-based scripts. That any changes are happening. My script is like was based on fixed locators onto the screen, and then new changes are happening. Those locators are not, my script is not able to find those locators onto the screen. Now my script is failing, right? And usually I'm getting the no such web element kind of a, or no such element kind of a error into my script. And again, I need to do the like debugging. Why is it coming? Why element is not there and all? So then either element has been moved up or down onto the screen, or probably there is some DOM changes, UI changes, and that is causing me to like update the script. So there's a key reason, especially for like UI based automation. And another point is that if there's a dynamic changes happening, and then our scripts are not able to identify those changes, and that's the reason that my script is failing. And again, a lot of debugging, and ultimately leading to maintenance effort to resolve that issue. Now, also there's no like predictability capabilities into the solution, which can say, okay, if these changes are done, that these many scripts will be like changed, and that will require only to update these many scripts, and then probably we can do it in advance or probably in phase wise ways, and things can be done earlier. And this all activity is leading to debugging and eating up our like time. So actually, the idea for automation testing was that let the execution be done by automation or by machine, and the human, which is SME or tester, if his time or her time should be going into more of analysis, that why it failed, what can be the reason, how it can be like more optimized, and all. So but ultimately what is happening, that the most of time of automation engineer, maybe 30%, 40% of time, is going into the failure analysis, and those, and out of that time, a major contribution is onto these areas due to fragile test scripts, or uh, inability to adapt to dynamic environment, UI changes, DOM changes, and all. And they, ultimately, his time is going onto maintenance of automation scripts and framework, not onto finding the defect of the application. And that's very bad situation, wherein human mind is not being utilized for finding the defect. As a tester, we are supposed to find defect so that the application or software becomes better, and then when it will be deployed to customer side, things will get the customer delighted, happy by using these application. Rather, our time is going more onto fixing the issues of automation framework or scripts itself, that again defy the entire logic of automation testing. So what is the solution? How we can probably help optimize the maintenance time onto automation solution, automation scripting, automation framework. So uh, one of the one of the solution is using the self healing mechanism. This is one of the solution, because there are other solutions are also available, and then it will also become like customized from framework to framework, or application to application, or probably the organization to organization. So self-healing is one of the solution. Uh, Now, what are the key traits of self-healing solution is that uh, the solution should adopt scripts to UI changes. So if any UI changes are happening and those changes are causing changes into the script, then our script should be able to adopt or probably change itself automatically, or probably the solution should provide suggestion that these changes have been done and this is the best possible match, and then you edit that kind of a thing. So that will save a lot of time. And particularly one example is that if uh, due to UI changes and my script is saying that no such element, then in that kind of scenario, then solution should provide some solution that what can be the best solution. If it has been moved up and down, or probably it's been moved, then what was earlier, how it can be resolved. Or it can provide alternate web element that instead of that earlier web element my script was working, now UI has changed, now this web element is the best suited thing, and then probably giving option to either to the automation tester to select it and then update the scripts, or probably do the automatic update of the script, and that way save a lot of time. And it will also improve the overall end-to-end test stability, because less time consumed onto debugging, which means debugging of the script and all. So definitely the time of automation tester will be freed to do a lot of analysis onto the field scenarios and identifying the application bottleneck. And overall thing, it should improve the overall test code base, and then improving the overall code over a period of time, and that the uh, the pass rate of or rather uh, this maintenance effort onto the framework and script side should reduce over a period of time. So these are the key traits of self-healing. Now we'll be going a bit deep into that. Now, what is the logic of self-healing? It's not a magic wand that there will be magic and everything will be sorted. All the script will become best and no issues found and all. Rather, there's a logical workflow here. For example, uh, when we do have the web page available or any solution available, then the page and details, DOM and other elements, etc., are saved in certain identified database by the engine. An engine I call this a self-healing engine solution, which is there. Now, whenever any next time when we are executing the test cases or script, and we get to know that uh, predetermined events are there. For example, we have got no such element trigger. So that time it should go to see into the database that what was last time there for same event, and what was the element there and how it was resolved and all. And it should search those kind of objects into the database, do the comparison that what was earlier there for this web element and what is the closest match to that, and then it should probably suggest, okay, these are the changes which is mostly aligned to the new change, and the user should select it, or over a period of time if uh, the matching is more than, probably we can configure 90% or something, then it should automatically update the script. And that way the script will be updated, the code will be updated, and this execution of script will be error free. So this is high level logic of achieving the self healing. Now, from the implementation perspective, it can be implemented in a different way. Uh, the AI engine can be used in a different way. Similarly, we can use the ML algorithm to train the model onto, and this can also be achieved by training the model onto text side, like web element or errors or text. For example, if it is a login button, so it's a login or user ID or those kind of a thing. Or we can also train the model by providing the pictures. So we can also classify the pictures and then train the model for the pictures. And whenever next time any change is happening, then it should go into a repository, check whether those pictures have been changed and what was earlier. And from that perspective, is do we have similar picture onto the screen? And accordingly, it should suggest, okay, this has been changed. This is the alternate suggestion, and whether we should go or not go to update that. And if it is updated, then again uh, it should update the script, and then script on this is actually called the self-healing, wherein script is getting updated automatically and then executed, and then we save a lot of time and debugging the script, updating the script and all. So this is the way. So one side is like training the model with the text and as well as pictures. And uh, in currently in market there are multiple solutions which are based on these solutions. So here we are like coming on to what are the solutions available onto it, and self-healing, and how we can achieve uh, resilience for automation solutions. So one example in open source is Selenium. Um the benefit of Selenium is definitely it improves test stability, uh, particularly for Java Selenium-based solutions. Uh, or Selenoid or those kind of things. But all this, and it has also been proven onto robot framework, and as well as BDD thing. And the benefits are definitely it minimizes the maintenance time and effort, and also enhances the CI/CD pipeline stability. So whenever we are using solution testing and CI/CD mode, and then it is integrated with our automation framework, then it is uh, causing our solutions to update if something is failing, and then it goes into the solution and checks so what was changed, and that way it saves a lot of time. Like it updates the script automatically, execute it, and then solution is error free. Now it has also got integration with IntelliJ ID, so that whenever we got that something is changed, it checks into the database and then gets suggests the thing, and that time it IntelliJ ID also helps update the code of the script, and that way things become quite easier for changing the script code as well. Now, for comparing the object into its repository, it's using a tree format. It keeps on adding uh, the next iterations run into its DB, and then whenever new changes is happening, it come, and if it doesn't find the element or something, then it goes into this repository and check that what was last time available that way. At this moment is supporting Java based solutions only, so other solutions are not supported, so that's like demerit of this solution. uh, Maybe down the line probably it will support other solutions, but for the team members who are using the Java based solution in automation testing, for example Java plus Selenium, that kind of thing, maybe they can give a try to this solution and see that how it is helping them getting the self-healing thing. Now, if you go a bit deeper into architecture side of that, it has got two major components. One is the client, wherein uh, this is integrating with the test automation framework, and another component is backend, wherein it is supporting the state of UI page and the Postgre DB, and this entire backend is Dockerized image, and then is saved uh, along with the DB. So, client is integrated with test automation framework. So, which means there's a wrapper of Selenium, and the Selenium framework is inside that, so that whenever it is executing, it finds something, it gets uh, trigger. Uh, that something is failing, and it goes to backend and see that what was there last time and what is the best possible match here, suggest that, and then probably it can be used for saving the updates into the script and all. So helium, definitely the benefits are there, but we'll have to see if our system is stable, not much changes are happening, uh, and then probably the ROI of implementing the helium is not there, because there's also cost involved here. We need to procure Docker, and then Docker is not free, and as number of scripts will keep on be increasing, so its image and other thing will keep on adding here, so it will further increase the size of our cloud environment, and that will again keep on increasing the cost. So again, few pros and few cons of the helium, but definitely it's worth giving a try and see whether it's fitting to our requirement. In case it is our scripts are flaky and we are getting regular changes onto our uh, application, and our maintenance effort is probably is going on to 30% and more, is worth giving a try and see whether we can get the solution uh, uh, from this. And then another benefit is open source. So for helium we don't have to incur money as a license cost. So, and if our framework is based on Java and Selenium based GUI based automation framework, then probably it's the best suited uh, self-healing mechanism. Now let's talk about license tools, wherein we do also have the self-healing solutions. We had a lot of POCs with these tools, and we find that some of the tools have got this component enabled, and those are working in varying extent. For example, OpenText, UFT, Tricentis, Tosca, Catalan, Leapwork, and other tools like 𝐒𝐞𝐥𝐟, Mabel, etc. They claim that they have got this self-healing capability into their solution. We did POCs with multiple of these tools. We find that those are there in some extent, that those are working. So, for example, we tried with creating certain scripts, and then we changed uh, the some of the things into the script. We re-executed. We found that they are providing suggestions that this has changed, this script has changed, and then or this element is changed, and then probably they provide a suggestion that uh, for updating the script. And in few instances is automatically corrected the script, and that way the execution was flawless. So, and then these companies are also using multiple engines also for self-healing. Some of them are using Vision AI, wherein they are capturing entire image of the screen and then storing into their database, or whenever new application is coming, a new application version is coming, and when we are capturing the screen again, then or if then it is comparing, is there any difference between the current version screen, uh, web screen, and also what was there in last execution. If there is certain change, then it suggests, okay, what has been changed, and then it probably notifies to automation engineer that this has been changed, and accordingly automation engineer is probably enabled to check those things and then take an informed decision whether this is an defect, or is it like uh, a legitimate change onto the application side. But it's very useful that that kind of suggestion is provided. And probably another important thing is that in one of these engagement we saw that the automation tester need not to be like aware about the DOM structure, web element, and all, because it's based on Vision AI kind of a thing. So what is available onto the screen, on the basis of that, this automation self-heal is happening, and that's quite good uh, from the testing perspective, because it is as if an outside user is doing the visual inspection onto screen, what is there, what is not there. So from that side, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful feature. Having said that, um in few scenarios it worked well. In other scenarios, it is not working well. We'll discuss more about that. Uh, to start with, those are the good like solution for self healing. Uh, but again, there is we're not recommending any tool that this tool is better than other tool onto self healing. But each tool has got some element of self healing. Now we need to see by ourselves whether this is um, uh, like providing solutions to our specific application landscape or our uh, testing needs. And definitely cost is also involved here, so we need to do a cost benefit analysis, that what exactly we are getting a benefit and is it worth spending that much of money. So this is again onto licensed tool side. Now thing is coming that if self-healing is coming, so for example we created a script once, and then these tools, either Selenium in open source or other tools in licensed category. So if any changes happening, then these tools will automatically correct the script, and which means that further test automation engineer is not required. So that kind of like picture can be coming into the minds that uh, probably 5,000 script created, and when regression is happening, something changed into the web page, and then it got uh, sensed by auto healing or self healing solutions, and it automatically corrected that thing, and then Dusk is working great again. And does it mean that down the line, the self-healing solution will keep on managing the automation pack and there's no need for test automation engineer? So that's not the case. So that's not the case. I just want to be clear that self-healing is not about removing the automation testers from the entire system. It is here to help and support. Probably 30-40% whatever changes are happening, we can use self-healing uh, for making it faster operation. But definitely the automation engineers expertise would be required, that which suggestion of self-healing to use, which suggestion not to use, and if self-healing solution is not like working, then how to like modify those scripts. It's not that 100% uh, scripts will be healed by self-healing solution. That's not the case. There will be different scenarios, certain complex scenario, certain new changes into web page, or new web pages itself being added. So in those scenarios, self-healing is not applicable. So self-healing is not like for removing the testers, is for helping them. So as an automation engineer, we need to see that how we can utilize these solutions to our benefit, and then save our time into identifying the issues, and then resolving issues, updating the script as much as feasible. Now, thing is that what we have seen is these self-healing solutions are not very helpful for any complex changes. For normal web element changes, those are helpful. But if any application complex changes are happening, some integration changes are happening, so in those kind of a thing, these are not helpful at this moment. Maybe down the line, more development will be happening into these solutions, and probably they will be adding more features into that. But at this moment, it's not supported. If new application is being written, or a new interface of application is being designed, so there also self-healing solutions are not like applicable. Reason being that self-healing mechanism is primarily based on comparing the current page, for example, with respect to what was there in the same page when we executed it last time. So if um, the repository is not available for last run for the current page or current application, then self-healing will not be much useful, because it has to first create the repository to provide the suggestion that what has changed and not. And on the last, um, self-healing solutions are still evolving. It's not like mature technology; it's still evolving, and probably in coming months and years, you will see a lot of newer features coming into this area. Maybe pre-trained model being available in self-healing engine, and probably pre-trained model for different application. For example, for UI, we can have a different self-healing mechanism. Maybe for API, different mechanism. For database testing, different. So, but this is evolving, and it's not yet stable. So a lot of changes are happening. And for example, in open source, it's supporting only Java based solution. So C# based solution, Python based solution are not supported. Or if those solutions are there, those are not yet mature, which can be used onto like commercial application or enterprise application. So still a long way to go for achieving self-healing solutions for all our applications. So what is the way forward? Shall we use it? Shall we not use it? Because it's not very easy. And if we are going for like open source, there's a lot of challenges of creating a Docker, creating a repository, and all, and training the model. If you are going for like licensed solutions, it's costly, and then it will have to do a lot of cost benefit analysis. That is it adding value to our solution within the cost being incurred for the solution. So my view is that we need to have a fine balance of self-healing solutions, but again augmented with human expertise. We cannot at this moment completely depend on the self-healing, because it's a machine, and it can suggest anything. But as an automation engineer, as a SMA, as an expert, we need to see that which option provided by self-healing solution we should adopt to, and which option probably we cannot adopt to, and we need to take a conscious call in which kind of scenario we should use self-healing, which kind of scenario we should not. uh, and over a period of time, probably create a strategy that probably for simple kind of a solution we can use this solution, and for a stable application where a number of executions is happening over a period of time, maybe once in a 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so definitely it makes sense to use the self-healing mechanism to reduce the maintenance effort. And we also need to keep self-healing solution updated. Latest changes are up coming into the market, and see that which is the better option. uh, and on the other side, yeah, more cool stuff is coming onto the cards. It's evolving, so probably more new features, hot features will be coming. And it will be interesting to see that how it can probably save a lot of our time into auto healing, self healing kind of a thing. And probably I can like foresee that now solution will be coming down the line few years, wherein test cases will be written automatically after feeding the code of the application, and then probably it can script automatically and execute it. But again, it's not like removing the testers from the entire arena. It's more about helping them set their time, and then let them focus more onto analysis, and then help improve the application. So that's it from my side into self-healing, and how we can improve the resilience in automation testing. Happy to answer any question if you have. Yeah, Sundar has raised one question that to showcase with POCs, I believe most of the tools with trial versions will not have all the features included. Try scientists, any suggestion as in how to tackle this kind of issue? A good question. Yeah, I agree that some of the companies in their trial version are not providing this self-healing capability. For example, yeah, Tricentis. Uh, but other companies are providing that. Uh, so we are done with UFT. It is working. We are also done with the Mabel, Tasrigor. So that's there. For Tricentis, because we are partner with them, so probably we got it. Um, in their thing. But you're right that in some of the companies, so which means that some of the companies, when they are not providing this feature in trial version, probably it means that they are still evolving this feature in their application, the solution. It's not yet mature. So that may be one other thing. Otherwise, if they want to uh, promote this feature into their solution, they need to come forward and then ask the users to do get a feel of this self-healing feature. Then only public or the companies will buy it. But there are other companies who are providing the solution, self-healing, auto healing, and that's quite good feature. And we have seen in several companies this feature is working. Definitely to different extent in each tool, but this feature is working. So it provides suggestion that this has changed, and then it provide, okay, you click here, and then updated code will be there, and script will be updated, and that is working. That's very helpful. That's saving a lot of time.
in the event. Okay. Next question is any options available for self healing with JS based tools like Cypress and Playwright?
Yeah, I'm also doing a lot of research into this area. So uh, now one thing is that I do have two buckets here. One is open source, other is licensed. So in open source, the Helium is the only solution at this moment, and it supports Java only, not other programming language. But in other tools, the solution is available. JavaScript solution is also available. But then it's very easy to do a lot of scripting there. And some of other tools in the latest market is coming. Those are called low code, no code test automation. And there also I see that self healing capability is there. And those are language independent, programming independent. You just need to record. The script will be created in the background, and whenever you will be executing, if something has changed, then they will suggest, okay, this is changed, and that way they will suggest, okay, this can be updated automatically. So actually, those are program independent. It can be JavaScript at the back end, or Cypress, or Playwright, or anything else. But at the front end, I can see that this is my workflow, execute, and it will be saved into their engine. Next time when I will be executing, if my workflow has changed, it will suggest me that this has changed, and then please change the script also. And it will also suggest that this way it can be done. It will ask me yes, no. I'll select yes. It will update the script automatically. So that kind of solutions.
The next question is hey, I have some doubts while running the script in APM Python. I can't able to call the driver instance. If possible, to use driver instance to other py file in different folder.
Yeah, this question is not specific to self-healing.
Yeah.
Uh, so specific to
Pratik,
APM Python, probably we
yeah,
can park it,
yeah,
or probably we can have offline discussion on that.
yeah. Ratik, you can post this question in the community. I'll make sure that you're getting answered. Next question is what should be the skill to be into automation? What is the approach to upskill to in automation? As a fresher, I'm going to training for STET.
I can provide answers to this. So if you want to go into automation testing as a fresher, or probably someone is into the functional testing, and after a few years they want to move into automation testing, then definitely there's a clear cut path available wherein we need to first go through learn Java. Usually people are going from Java Selenium background into that, or nowadays they are also going JavaScript to Selenium, or Python to Selenium. So all these options are available depending on what is your comfort zone into programming. But usually Java, a lot of options, tutorial videos are available. It's a bit easier, and you can get a lot of community support as well. But Java Selenium is one thing. Couple of good courses are also available into Udemy, and as well as onto YouTube. So, but yeah, if you want to go, just go. Things will be good. You'll get a lot of support from.
Yeah. Thanks. Next question is Nikhil is asking which automation tools are mandatory to learn from scratch for QA automation engineer job profile?
A good question. My preference would be to go with the Java and Selenium. Java, why? One programming language is there. Once one is done, then probably you can move to Python down the line if required, or JavaScript if required. Selenium, why the basic locator related stuff will be able to understand. And down the line, if you're moving to some other scripting or some other tool, it will be easier for you to go to another thing. To start with, probably Java plus Selenium is good, and then you
Yeah.
can move to other tool and solutions.
Nikhil, you can reach out to me via DM in the community. I'll also help you out with this. Next question is, how do you see the impact of AI in the testing, especially those with
Mhm.
low code or no code? Will they really replace the need to know the the automation skill?
Yeah, I have done a lot of work onto low code, no code test automation, and personally done like a lot of work into Mabel, LeapWork, uh, and Provar, XLQ, Autonom IQ, even Tosca, and so all these tools are good, and this is good because um now there are two categories. One is that the SME, business SME, who understand the application end to end, but this person is not very good in programming. But this person is able to find very good defects into the application because his mindset is more onto exploratory testing kind of thing. Idea is that can we tap into this talent, which is SME, business focus, and the expert of application. Can this person can do automation testing by using these tools. So these tools are targeting to that kind of a segment. So very good tools, and then support is available from these companies. And no programming, rather low programming is knowledge is required for using these tools. So yeah, personal, my opinion is this is good to have these tools. So someone who is not inclined to do like programming, they can definitely even start their automation testing journey by.
Yeah, member is asking, please let me know if you have used, ever got a chance to work with Copado robotic tool.
Copado I have used, and that was one of the engagement we did for Salesforce automation. And
Okay.
Copado is also a very good tool into Salesforce CI/CD pipeline. So, but prominently this is being used for Salesforce environment only, not
Hmm.
outside of the Salesforce platform.
Yeah.
So if you have the Salesforce thing, Copado is very good tool because it is inbuilt engine for Salesforce CI/CD as well as automation of pre-built library for the Salesforce. So if
Perfect.
that is the requirement, definitely we should go for Copado.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Yatendra. Thank you. Thank you very much, folks, for joining us. I'll see you in the community.